are devoted to studying them, not to hunting them. Oh, what?
Let's play.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute. Chill on me. Happy New Year. Today we're going to be playing an English haunting. Hopefully this is a good game. Let's see what it's talking about. Alright, let's see what this game's talking about for real. New game. Thus, with this method, we can determine the time of death within a margin of error of 2 hours. You should ask Cooper. Me? Why not you? Hughes, Cooper. It would be interesting if you would share your doubts with the class. Look at what you achieved. Bah, coward. Professor Moore? Is it true that you and Professor Ward are devoted to honey ghosts? My, have been badly informed. We are devoted to studying them, not to hunting them. Oh, what? That's nonsense. Ghosts don't exist. Do you have any conclusive evidence that can substantiate that statement, Mr. Cooper? They're a myth, an invention of mankind to scare those of weak mind. What? That's nonsense. Ghosts don't exist. Do you have any conclusive evidence that can substantiate that statement, Mr. Cooper? They're a myth, an invention of mankind to scare those of weak mind. Those of weak mind, eh? Alright. Let's see. How many of you believe in God? You can raise your hands. All of you? Well, perhaps you should be studying theology and not forensic medicine. You can lower your hands. I suppose you think that mere belief in Him confirms His existence. Is there any supporting evidence? Any photographs? Have any of you seen Him taking a stroll in Hyde Park? Has anyone talked to Him? The Pope? Okay, let's see that. Witness aside for the moment has been able to prove it. The only proof we have is faith, and that regrettably won't do. Look, gentlemen. Neither I nor Professor Ward asserts that ghosts exist. We're cautious with regard to that matter, even if we have reliable witnesses and there are a larger number of cases. Any of those arguments enough to accept this as a fart? Fart? You will be falling into the same trap you fell into the respect to God. We investigated these claims with the best tools science has provided us. That is the scientific method. A method I advise you to use before compulsively raising your hands to defend your beliefs. I don't think my father would agree with all this blasphemy. Your father agrees with the idea that students from poor classes should never be allowed into a university, as well as agreeing to use child labor in these factories? So with due respect, Mr. Turner, you can take your father's opinion and shove it up your ass. Come in. I'm sorry to interrupt, Patrick. It's quite alright. What do you need? Look, the dean wants to see you. Can it wait? The lecture is almost over. It's a delicate matter, Patrick. Is it about Rose? No, it has nothing to do with Rose. What a relief. I was starting to worry. Talk to him, would you? I'll take care of the lecture. What are you teaching? The scientific method? Apparently these gentlemen don't get it yet. Very well. Well, gentlemen, the scientific method. One moment. What? Uh-oh. F1 for instructions? I'll use the mouse to click. Wait, do I have to talk to him? Raymond, oh, Mr. Price? Professor Moore? Studying? Yes, well, no. I'm reading a treaty on medieval churches, and let me see. My dear Gregory, I am telling you the unvarnished truth. I believe I am now familiar with the extreme limits of terror and illusion that a man can endure without losing his mind. I'm sorry, Don't worry, Mr. Pierce. Don't be ashamed of reading Mr. James. He's a national treasure. Continue with the reading. Thank you, Professor Moore. Okay, exit. The dean is waiting for me in his office. Okay. In this very floor. Okay. Knock, knock. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Ah, Professor Moore. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Dean Carter. Rector Williams, a pleasure. Good afternoon, Professor Moore. You can get a chair from the back, and it won't be necessary. This meeting will be brief. Explain the facts, Dean Carter. Look. This week the university received a generous donation for the metaphysics investigations program run by you and Professor Ward. £5,000. Five? That's amazing. It would be if not for a terrible event. All that money has disappeared from the Bank of England. What? We've demanded an explanation, and they have confirmed the money was withdrawn yesterday by your colleague. What? We wanted to speak with Professor Ward, but he didn't appear today for his lectures. So let's try to remain calm, gentlemen. The professor might simply be. We've been trying to locate him all day. He's vanished. He's run off with the money. It's an unprecedented scandal. Are you sure it was Professor Ward? Why would I ask who donated the money? Wait, I don't know. Are you sure it was Professor Ward? Do they have any evidence? Are you sure it was Professor Ward? Someone could have impersonated him. There are witnesses. And the signature with the money was withdrawn is undoubtedly his. Lest we forget, his whereabouts are unknown. We believe in presumption of innocence and respect it, but in this case, I'm sorry, Professor Moore. This is the unvarnished truth. Why would he do that? Why would he do that? That is exactly what we're wondering. Who donated the money? We only know it was a group of intellectuals from London society, nothing else. It appears they had no intention of making it public, and given the circumstances, they'll prefer to keep it that way. How could he withdraw the money? He's just a teacher. He shouldn't be authorized. At one time, he combined his teaching job with a position of deputy treasurer. That was 2 years ago. He resigned. Nevertheless, he was still registered at the Bank of London. We suspect he took advantage of that to commit this crime. Get to the point, Dean Carter. Yes. I'm sorry to tell you that as a result of this matter, the board is considering eliminating your metaphysics investigations department. But it can't be. It is. My predecessor authorized this department because of the immaculate career of Professor Ward. Sir Archibald Ellsworth will roll over in his grave if he knew of this infamy. Infamy? Surely he didn't presume to hope we'll keep this nonsense going after what happened, did you? I understand there's discomfort with Professor Ward, but I'm part of the department too. It isn't fair that I should be blamed for acts of which I'm not responsible. We know Patrick, but Patrick? You mean Professor Moore? As I would beseech you not to challenge the board. However, as a courtesy to you, we wish your exit from the department to be as... Stop with this rubbish, Dean Carter. You have 72 hours to prove that your ghost exists. If you don't present us with material proof by that deadline, forget about your department. 72 hours? That's not time enough to prove what no one has ever proven throughout the entire history of mankind. That is your problem. And express your thanks to Dean Carter. He's the one who proposed it. If it were up to me, I would brick up that circus right now with my own hands. Damn it! We're the laughingstock of every university in the United Kingdom. Let them laugh all they want, Vice Chancellor Williams. They only display their ignorance. Do you want some advice? Forget about those ghosts of fantasies and focus on your work as a teacher. You're the best teacher of forensic medicine in all London. Focus on your work, for God's sake. This is a serious institution. Superstition has no place here, and neither your progressive ideas. Are you aware that we have revived complaints from some student fathers because we are radical ideas or ideals? What's wrong with being a progressive? Isn't it part of the university motto? Knowledge, improvement, progress? Don't be a wise arse with me, and remember who you're talking to. What? Oh, you tripping. Oh, what is this? 72 hours, Professor Moore. Prepare yourself to say goodbye to a fantasy that never had any place in an institution as respectable as this one. He's so foul. Why he doing the most? For real. 72 hours? 72 hours, Henry. It's humiliating. Why didn't they just close the department immediately? I have more bad news to tell you. Really? There is more? Your department has been sealed. You won't be able to use any of the resources inside. Damn it, Henry. Couldn't you? I can't. If someone sees you there, they'll know it was me who conceded. That will put me in an awkward situation. The board is treating this matter very seriously. I don't want any position to be jeopardized. I beg you to understand. Yes, I do. I didn't mean to put you in a predicament. I'm sorry. I know the search for the great beyond is your life, but I'm sure adversity will stretch your intellect even further. I don't know how, but try to find proof, please. If it's strong enough, I'll show it to the board, and they'll be forced to keep the department open. Damn, what the fuck? Dang. So now I won't be able to prove the great beyond exists in such a short time without the professor's help. I need to find him. Maybe I can discover something that will help me find him at his home on Dorset Street. What the hell? This man done got me in trouble. What the hell, bro? Oh, I didn't want to go to the university. I wanted to go to Dorset Street. Dorset Street. That's it, rule number 4. So you're a friend of Professor Ward? Exactly. And he's gone. Sadly. So, and why do you want to inspect his room? Are you from Scotland Yard? Non-professor such as he? I only want to have a look to see if there's anything that might enlighten me to his whereabouts. Ah, that makes sense. When was the last time you saw him? I know he went out last evening. I was in bed, but I heard his footsteps on the stairs. You haven't seen him since then? No, sir. Did you notice anything strange about him? Of course I noticed, but not only yesterday, always. He's a right peculiar bloke, though very polite. I wish the rest of my attendants were as courteous as him. Why is the corridor so dark? The electric company talked me into installing this new light system in the house. What they didn't tell me is that the price would double compared to gaslight. That's progress, you know. Progress for the usual suspects, those in power. I told the tenants not to use the corridor light unless they want my bills to start affecting their rent. It's curious that he lived here. I mean, his salary was high enough to afford him a better place than this. A blooming hovel? Is that what you meant? I don't mean to offend you, Miss Dawson. No, you're not. It's a bleeding hovel. Though it's the classiest hovel in all of East End, and with the biggest rooms for 4 blocks. Would you do me the kindness of lending me the key to the room? I don't have it. What? Professor Ward was a bit forgetful. He asked for my spare key in case he lost his. He wouldn't be the first. It wouldn't be the first time that happened. So he's got 2 keys and me none. That's it. How I get into this room? You can wait for the locksmith to come tomorrow. I'm afraid I don't have that much time. Or you can try to open it yourself somehow. I won't object. Just try not to. Nope. I can't see anything. Okay. What's that? I can't probably see the number on the plaque, but I'll say it's before. There's barely any light. I can't discern what kind of plant this is. I don't know. Shit. Oh shit! I ain't mean to. Damn! I ain't mean to do that. Fuck. What am I? The lamp is off. Okay. So what can I like? How do I? That's not Professor Ward's room. Okay. Okay, so do I have to wait for the locksmith tomorrow? Maybe I need to go back to the school. Hold on, maybe I need to go back to the school to find something. Let's see if I can find an object from the school. Inventing a new musical genre, Mr. Collins? I would settle for producing a single musical note, Professor Moore. This is a disaster. The Christmas concert is approaching and I can't even play the flute properly. I don't have the strength to blow. I'm out of breath. Are you alright, son? I don't know what's happening to me. Too much exhaustion, I suppose. Exams, thesis, the concert. The more I think about it, the more I feel this tightness in my chest. Try to relax, Collins. You are far too young to have a heart attack. Okay. There's nothing here. Is there something in here? How many of these have you written? The ones on the first shelf. And part of the second one too. Ghost, Reality, or Myth by Dr. Henry Carter. Does Williams know you wrote this one? Oh yes. He's even read it. Really? Well, actually only the prologue. And he gave me a lecture with more words than are in the book. I don't think I don't think anything's in here. Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. Sorry I didn't hear you. I was admiring the trophies. Did you know the university won the I don't know what that say. Garcio Roman Rusting? I did not. We haven't won since. Such a pity. There are more trophies in the hall. Why do I always find you in front of this cabinet? They're pretty, don't you think? Excuse me, the resting trophies? Ah, yes, I suppose they are. And such a point of pride for the university, right? Yes, of course. Can I inquire about your obsession with trophies? I want to win one. Yeah. I'm not doing all that. Have a nice day. Maybe I can find something in my office. Should be in the lab. Lab what? I don't know. Frank? Bad news, right? Worse. Yeah. I'm not finna do all that. It's loud, ain't it? Jesus. How do I... So, where am I supposed to go? I mean, I know where to go, but like, I need like an object or something. Mr. Cook. Carry on with your work. Nah. Dang, bruh. Hazel. I don't know what to do here. She said find an object to unlock the door, but how am I supposed to do that? I don't even know what a lab is. That's the thing. That's the thing. Wait, what? I don't know where. Wait. Maybe the bone? Let me try the bone. Maybe that'll be useful. I have no idea. No, I mean to go in I wanna go in Wait. So I'll find some items in my office. Cabinets. See if I can click around. Like what? Why did I get this arm in the first place? I'm confused. I might just end it here. I can't get one of these. Let's look in here, because I don't know. I'm not reading that. Can I take this? Nope. I don't know what to do. I didn't mean to do that. I'm still looking. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna end it there, and we'll continue next time. See you later. Bye.